This is the 2006 season preview. Coach Alan Plant and the Albany Great Danes are set to begin the 2006 season. The team has been working extremely hard all off-season to try to make this year as special as possible. Albany has had very little success in program history and essentially no success at the Division I level. The Great Danes are preparing for their 7th season as a Division I program, still seeking their first ever NCAA tournament appearance at the D1 level, still seeking their first ever conference championship, seeking their first ever conference tournament championship, and seeking their first ever winning season as a Division I program. Last season it got pretty close to reaching a winning record, finishing just a couple games behind doing so, finishing with 13 and 15 overall record, finishing 4th in the American East Conference, and being a one and done in the conference tournament, losing the quarterfinals to Binghamton. Outside the locker room, Albany not expected to have much success at all here in the 2006 season, but inside the locker room, a lot of belief that we could possibly do something special here and make a name for our program. Extremely excited to get this all going. Let's do it. Let's meet your 2006 Albany Great Danes. We have junior shooting guard number 13, Jackie Cardwell. Senior small forward number 35, Drew Pemberton. Senior shooting guard number 10, Cedric Warren. Sophomore point guard number 2, DeWarrick Harvey. Junior shooting guard number 22, Kenyon Branch. Sophomore small forward number 21, Isaiah Gibbons. Sophomore power forward number 41, Shane Hilliard. Senior center number 51, Nikola Stefanovic. Junior point guard number 3, Torrin Ross. Junior power forward number 42, Mayo Cruz. Freshman power forward number 54, Randy Kilgore, will be receiving a red shirt. Senior power forward number 45, Lamont Arrington. Freshman power forward number 33, Devon Spencer, will be receiving a red shirt. Sophomore point guard number 4, Christian Ledbetter. That is your 2006 Albany Great Danes. Let's go. And let's take a look here at our schedule. The 2006 season. We're going to be starting things off in the 2K6 Sports Classic, the 2K Classic Tournament. Going to be taking on Oakland in our first round matchup. This is a 16-team tournament. We'll be playing in Florida, first round here, 2K Classic Tournament to get the season started. Hopefully it won't be our only game in the tournament. Hopefully we can get more there. To the tournament, we will have our first home game. We'll be at home against Cornell, and we'll be on the road against San Diego State, on the road against UCLA, on the road against Siena, on the road against Cleveland State, and we'll be at home against Harvard. Then we will have our first game in the American East Conference against Binghamton at home. Another conference game will be on the road against Stony Brook. Then we will be on the road against Brown in non-conference game. We'll be back in conference play. We'll be at home against Hartford. We'll be at home against Maine. On the road against Boston University. Be on the road against Vermont, who is the defending American East champions. And we'll be at home against New Hampshire, at home against UMBC, and we'll be on the road against Binghamton. Then we will be at home against Stony Brook, at home against Boston University, on the road against Hartford, on the road against Maine, at home against Vermont, on the road against New Hampshire, and we will finish off the 2006 regular season on the road against UMBC. That is a look at the season coming up here for the Albany Great Danes 2006 season. Can't wait to get it all going. go, Great Danes. Come on now, let's watch the 2K Sports Season Preview Show. Here we go.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our preview of the upcoming NCAA basketball season. What a year we expect it to be. We're pleased to have you along for the ride. I'm Greg Gumbel. With me is Clark Kellogg. We're ready to give you a look at all the top teams and players in college hoops this season. So let's dive right into it and unveil the top teams in the preseason Top 25 poll. Here you have it, the top 5 teams in college basketball heading into the season. The Connecticut Huskies are the #1 team in the land. The Duke Blue Devils have staked a claim to the #2 spot. The Texas Longhorns are just behind them at #3. The Arizona Wildcats come in as the #4 team. The Oklahoma Sooners round out the top 5 heading into the season. Clark, what jumps out at you about that group of teams?
Well, Greg, those are outstanding teams. You've got a little bit of everything. Outstanding coaching, terrific big men, some sharpshooters, strong defenders. This is a very strong group.
The Connecticut Huskies are the team on everyone's mind at the top of the poll. They were a tournament team last year, but didn't get as far as they would have liked, losing in the second round.
At least the players remember what it was like to get there. That's an advantage. They'll try to improve on that performance in this year's tournament. You can count on that.
The Duke Blue Devils are an interesting team in the #2 spot. They were winners of 27 games a year ago.
Matching that record is going to be a challenge. But they simply got to forget about the past and get to the business of winning games right here, right now.
The Texas Longhorns stand out as the #3 team in the preseason poll. They reached the tournament last year but couldn't get out of the opening round.
I think some tournament experience is better than none at all, so they should be better prepared if they get there this season, and I believe they will be there.
The Arizona Wildcats are near the top, ranked 4th as we start the season. This is a powerful team playing in a powerful conference.
They're rightfully considered one of the best teams in the country. I'd look out for these guys down the stretch. They should be very good.
The Oklahoma Sooners are in good position as the 5th-ranked team in the nation. They were second place in their conference last year at the end of the regular season.
They're obviously going to want to go one better than that this time around, and I think they have the ability to do so.
Now let's have a look at the next group of teams in our top 25. What do you think of that group, Clark?
I like this group of teams. It's an interesting collection. There are so many contrasting styles among these 10 teams that it's difficult to say who will get out of the gate the quickest when the season gets underway.
The Illinois Fighting Illini are a very intriguing team, it would seem. These guys lost just 2 games a year ago.
That is one heck of a record. Success breeds success, and that's what you'll see when it comes to this team. They're in for a very big season yet again.
The Kentucky Wildcats also strike me as a team to keep an eye on. They're coming off a regular season championship in their conference last season.
They have to be considered in the running to take that title this year as well. You've got to put them in the mix.
All right, Clark, thanks. Let's move to the teams that round out our preseason top 25. What can you tell us about that group as a whole?
Well, again, there are a lot of teams up there that could finish the season much higher in the poll than they're starting it. I expect plenty of movement from these teams because there's not a lot of difference between this group of teams and the teams ranked ahead of them.
The Charlotte 49ers are worthy of a closer look. When you think of the word team, these guys immediately come to mind.
Chemistry is a word we throw around all the time, but when you see a team that has it, it's fun to watch. They play so well together. Individual goals mean nothing to them. It's all about the team.
The Ohio State Buckeyes could provide us with some storylines. You're going to have to look very hard to find ways to beat this team this season.
Whatever you want to do against them, they have an answer. They'll be ready for it. They can play the half-court game. They can get out and run. You name it, they can do it.
All right, let's take a look at the guys on the court and move on to the top players in the nation. There before you are 5 preseason first-team All-Americans. These players are the best of the best in college basketball this season. Take us through the list, if you would, Clark.
Dunnington is easily one of the best players in the college game today. He's a force to be reckoned with on the basketball court at both ends. We're just lucky to get to watch him play. He could be in for one of the biggest seasons in recent memory.
Let's move on to the next first-teamer on the list. The Arizona Wildcats struck it rich the day this guy showed up on campus. Wouldn't you say, Clark?
Fisher is another special player. Not only is he extremely talented, but they say he's one of the most coachable players in college hoops. But hey, I'd be coachable too if I were half as good a player as he is. Who wouldn't love to have this guy?
Continuing through the first team, let's take a look at another fantastic player. The Boston College Eagles are going to be very happy with the production they get out of this guy this year, I have a feeling.
Clement begins the year on the first team, and I think we'll see him there at the end of the year as well. What a talented all-around player this guy is. Keep an eye on his stats this season.
Next on our list is a player who's sure to give the fans some thrills this year. The Oklahoma Sooners will be looking to him for inspiration and leadership.
Hopkins gives him a go-to guy in more than one area. This young man truly understands the game of basketball. He has tremendous instincts to match his athletic ability and confidence. There's nothing he can't do on a basketball court.
Last but not least in our rundown of this year's preseason All-Americans is this young man. The Duke Blue Devils have got to love having him to lead them into battle.
Williams is truly a treat to watch on the basketball court. He could star on any team in any conference in the nation. He's certainly deserving of a spot on the first team, and I just hope he gets the recognition he has coming to him this year.
Now let's reveal our second team preseason All-Americans. Not much of a fall-off from the first team, I can tell you that. Let's get right into it. The Pittsburgh Panthers have a budding star on their hands right here, not to mention his pro potential. What a future he has in store for him.
Summers didn't miss out on the first team selection by much. You can be sure of that. This should be a season to remember for him. Just in terms of individual accomplishments, I see a lot of success for him this year. With his ability to read and exploit defenses, the sky's the limit.
Next up, another player that'll have the pro scouts drooling when he gets ready to make the jump from college. The Temple Owls lean on this guy quite a bit, and he rarely lets them down.
Rickard is a tremendously talented player. We're looking at a bona fide Player of the Year candidate, Greg. He's right where he belongs on this list of All-Americans.
Certainly our next player has earned his spot as one of the 10 best players in the country. The Gonzaga Bulldogs will look much better this season with this young man around.
Howard is one of those guys who seems like he was born to play basketball. Get used to seeing this guy. He is an unbelievable player that should be in for a huge season. There are very few, if any, better players than this man right here.
When our next player hits the court, the fans are always ready to stand up and pay attention. The Louisiana Tech Bulldogs have made him one of the cornerstones of their team, and for good reason.
Ortega is no surprise as a member of the All-American team. He's a wonderful player who does so many things well. He would be a leader on any team in the country.
Let's move on to the last player on our list of the second team All-American. The Nevada Wolfpack have a few fans who are interested in watching his exploits this season.
Lindemann is the final player on the list, but he's just as strong as our other four picks. I know how hard he's worked to reach this level, and he'll continue to work hard throughout the season.
We're glad you could join us for the NCAA season preview. We hope you enjoy watching the season as much as we enjoy bringing it to you from the opening tip through the Final Four.
Alright, that is your 2006 season preview. Let's hope this will be a special year. Let's make it happen. Let's begin the 2006 season for the Great Danes. Let's do it. Let's go Great Danes.